Let's get it going. My name is Jose Trujillo. I am an artist, and I'm very excited to show you one of my paintings. What I'm going to be doing. This is a painting I did earlier. This was done on Facebook Live. Now I'm going to do a larger, slightly larger painting. This is 16 by 20 inches. Okay. It's a 16 by 20 inches canvas, a stretch canvas. By the way, I'm offering commissions this size for $250. The regular price is $1,200. Okay, so I'm offering right now for $250. You're saving a lot on an original commission. And again, the reason I do this is because I want more people to own my work. That's the number one reason. Really, that's the only reason. So here we go. I'm gonna make a portrait. Check it out. Very subtle. No need to rush. No need to get upset. No need to nothing, right? The painting, the beauty of the painting is that it accepts your work with arms wide open. That's the beauty of painting. It accepts your work. This is why I love painting so much. It's like it's covering new worlds. You know. Unveiling and unraveling new life, right? It's not really new, but that's what it feels like. And so here we go. And there's a lot of joy in just putting paint on canvas. It's just a lot of joy in it. And I don't know if it's because I'm not thinking so much and I'm not really remembering my quote unquote life, my problems, right? That I don't know what it is, but I sure know that it feels good, especially when the paint just slides through the canvas and there's no need to make it great or bad or fast or slow or whatever. Right? There's no condition required other than just plow away and do your work. When I paint, it's almost, I have a feeling when I truly paint, right? When I'm doing this, I have a feeling, the same feeling that I had when I meditated or when I was a little kid. My mom used to take me to church and and just felt at moments, right? Very, very rare, but I did feel when I was a kid moments of just beauty, right? I don't know if it was the environment that people were looking for peace. Um, people were, I think that's why people go to churches. They're desperately looking for peace. They make up stories about heaven and hell and all that good stuff. But ultimately, I think that they're looking for peace. They're looking for peace of mind. They can't bear the world. The world is hard to bear. It's from an egoic point of view. It's very difficult. You know, I have problems. My relationship, my money, my kids, my children, my career, right? The world is very difficult to bear from that point of view. But when I paint, I don't have to bear anything. And it doesn't just come to me, through painting. Anything that I'm doing, that I fully accept it, what it is that's happening, feels good. Anything. Doesn't really matter what. I could be making breakfast or whatever. Okay, Mika, I'll see you in a bit. There's a liberation that happens, I think, through just doing your work, baby. That's all. Not doing it right, not doing it wrong, just doing it. It's just a beautiful liberation that comes through it. And it saves you, that so-called saving people are looking for in religions and churches and whatnot. It actually saves you. It just saves you. I think work, whatever you do, right? It's a gift from God. I really think so. It's meant to save you from your own self. And whatever, I'm not talking about a job, work, right? You can find that in your job, you can find that in writing your novel, making your painting, whatever, work itself. I believe that work saves people. It saves them from themselves. Another thing that saves people is sleep, right? Sleep. It saves people. All of a sudden you go into this state where you're no longer thinking. You might be dreaming and you might catch yourself, in a state of anxiety before you fall asleep. But once you're asleep, you're not, right? Until you start remembering your problems all over again. But sleep is another thing that saves you. Sadly, as a society, we found ourselves saving ourselves from our own thoughts and our own mind through the abuse of alcohol and drugs, right? Sadly, that also mimics a state of sleep. It mimics a state of sleep, but it's not truly, right? Until it keeps you wanting, right? It keeps you wanting more, whatever that is. A beer after work, or a six-pack, or whatever. It keeps you wanting more. And that's not good or bad. It doesn't really matter. It's just not. It's not that it's good or bad. It's not. It's not it, right? It's not it. There's nothing good or bad about it. Painting is not it either. Right. What's it, I think, is not thinking so much. But you can find that through work. You can find that through sport. You can find that through whatever, right? The thing that moves you and seizes thought and suspends your problems, whatever your problems are. Not handsome enough, not pretty enough, you know. My body doesn't fit my idea of what my body should look like. My artwork doesn't fit the idea of what my artwork should look like. And on and on and on. And ultimately, I just think that that's why work is so important. Any type of work. I think that's why work is so important. Work is a gift from God. A lot of us tend to dread work, you know, or we don't like it if it's not in a certain way, or if we have a challenge, we don't like it, right? Oh my God, work is so challenging. Yeah, but we can't forget that it's a gift. It's a gift that removes you from your mind. And it doesn't harm you. And it lifts you up of your mind. It doesn't put you to sleep, right? It's not a sleep state. Like of using alcohol or drugs or anything like that puts you in a sleep state, like, right? It puts you in that sleep state. But work doesn't. It lifts you. Because it makes you fully aware of what you're doing. Anything that makes you fully aware of what you're doing lifts you. You know, sports lift you for that reason. They make you fully aware. You have to pay so much attention to the ball, to the opponent. You have to be there so much, right? Just like when I'm painting, I have to be here. I have to look at every brush stroke. I have to savor every brush stroke. And it puts me in here so much that I forget about my shitty little problems. Right? Forget about them. And so I get to rest. Just like when you go to sleep, you get to rest. But I don't have to be asleep here. Right? I'm fully awake. I'm fully here. And what I like about painting is that it's one brush stroke at a time. One brush stroke at a time. You can't move faster or slower than it's required. Depending on your style or whatever, right? You can't move faster than it's required. The painting dictates what is required, and it requires one brush stroke at a time. Always. It's so funny, right? Well, I don't know if it's funny, but it feels funny. You can't take two steps at the same time. You can't leap, right? It's one foot after the next one. Part of the frustration with artists also is that they're trying to leap. I know a little bit about that. They're trying to leap, and so they can't move forward because they're always trying to leap. And it's one brush stroke at a time. Don't matter if it takes you all day. Don't matter if it takes you 16 hours here. You know? You have to respect that it's one brush stroke at a time. It doesn't matter if you're doing fast or slow, it's always one brush stroke at a time. It's not more or less than that. All right, well, there it is. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist, and if you haven't gotten one of my original commissions, one of my painting commissions, well, this is an invite. A commission this size will cost you, by me, will cost you $1,200, but right now you can get it for $250. Okay, you can get it for $250, and if you're anywhere in the US, you will get free shipping. Contact me either here, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a link below, or you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Jose Trujillo Art and get your commission. Well, you still can. All right. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.